Welcome all of you at the sixth session of the Inclusive Juggling Symposium. This is the last one of this series, but we are very positive about to somehow continue it in the future as well, because it's just such a successful series what we could make happen. I would like to say some words of Erasmus Plus project, because it's very important that we can make happen this symposium, because we are financed from the education budget of the European Union. I really would love to encourage all of you to look for Erasmus Plus, because it's an amazing opportunity to be financed on European money and make happen your dreams. In this project, which was going on in the last 1 year, we are four partners together, Kulturbrühne from Germany, Circo Tascabile from Italy, Odskoczina Studio from Poland, and the Hungarian Juggling Association from Hungary. We had this project and the financement to make happen 2 trainings in Poland and Germany, which were like facilitator trainings. And also we could make happen 2 conventions. The first was in Hungary in last June, and the second one in October in Ponta Sieve in Italy. And the last part of this project is this series of symposium, which was going on already from December. So we had several amazing presenters during these sessions. I really encourage you to look later on our YouTube channel, which is unpronounceable for most of you, because it's the Hungarian name of the Hungarian Juggling Association, Magyar Zsonglőr Egyesület, but Bendegúz will post it to you here. And also we're gonna send you later on, when all the videos are edited and uploaded on that channel, you will have an email from us, so you can look back any of that, even from the other sessions. We are usually not recording the breakout rooms, so that's a one-time opportunity, but we are recording the conclusion at the end, and we are recording all the presentations. So now I would like to give the word to Craig, who is the MC. Please, Craig, take the floor.
Hello, I'm Craig. I organize these symposiums. It's been a pleasure. It's been really pleasure and really educational to hear the themes of questions that have been coming up, and to realize how international our community is as well. Really excited for all of these to share and create opportunities for everyone to connect. So that's why we're here. I'm going to jump right in and introduce the speakers, because I want them to get through their presentations so we can learn about them, and then we can have more personal conversations. So the first speaker today is Elga Pollet from, I can't pronounce the first part, but the second part is Woesh, circus stealer Woesh. And Elga got in contact with me, I think maybe 2 years back now, we started messaging. And she's been very sort of independent on her own in Belgium. And I love it when this happens, when people get involved independently. They get a piece of what we're doing as a community, and they take it and build it on their own. So I invited her here today to share her project ideas that she's doing in Belgium, and hopefully inspire the rest of us to do similar things. So Elga, it is your turn.
Perfect. My name is Elga. I'm from Circus Atelier Woesh, circus school in Belgium, and I'm a circus teacher since 24 years. And my specialty is a social circus. So we are a circus school in West Flanders of Belgium, and we have 4 locations that we give classes, workshops, circus camps, and school projects. And our focus is very strong on social circus. Our motto is also circus for everyone. So I'm super happy to have the opportunity to introduce this project to you. We have long been trying to make our operation more inclusive. And I think a lot of other circus schools and ateliers, but we find a good way to make it happen since 2019, since the corona, I think, yeah. So let's start. So we had a meeting after a social artistic project, and then we had the question: okay, what if clients of Vero is an organization, daycare center for people with a handicap. So if we trained as a circus assistant, and what if these circus assistants would start giving workshops in residential care centers?
Whole screen with us. Yes, and now we can see a picture with the QR code. Really good. So this is documentary from the size. Is this the first?
Okay, no, it's the starting of the project, and it's made to measure assistance. So we start in the spring of 2019, and we make a documentary of this project. And it's not subtitled yet. It's coming, but we work 1 year on this project. First, we had a lot of phases in the project, and the first one is the circus sessions. Every week they have 2 hours circus class. It was a group of 6 people, adults with mental and physical disorder. And after 2-3 months, you see that they have more confidence and fun, and they're growing in creativity and inventing by their own tricks. And after that, they start with the tutorials. We make some tutorials because we know, okay, it's hard that for getting into them. So if we make some pictures, and first they have to give a name to their trick. They have to inventing the trick by themselves. They have to give a name to the trick, and then we make pictures. So they cannot read, but they can see the pictures, so they can remember the trick, and that works really well. And then the practice moments. For us, it was also important that it was not only training into Vero and their organization, but also in our circus school. So when we had a circus camp or a workshop or any classes with our members, we asked to them for giving for assist in our circus class, and they could give 10 minutes of their chosen technique. What's really the nice combination was for seeing our members growing together with the assistants. And then the fourth one was we went to the residential care center. And that was 3 different centers in Bruges, 5 visits to the same residential care center, and the workshop it was lasted 45 till 60 minutes, and each assistant was assigned by 1 or 2 participants. And the beauty was that they really grown together. It was like a family. The first time it was a little bit anxious, but they were growing and growing and growing, and it was nice how they worked together. The important, of course, was the structure of a lesson. It was all the circus teacher was leading, of course. there we had a warming up together. We had a few techniques together, and then always a closing, the finish of the class. And what we learned was the important things was, of course, the structure of the class, the independence that they had. They actually don't need us anymore. After a few classes, they went by themselves. They giving the warming up. They were really independent. We also make an evaluation and reflection at the end. That was not easy always. It was looking for the right tools for it. The beauty was, of course, the connection between the seniors and the assistants, and also the acceptance of the limitation for both of them, of the groups. And then at the end, we gave them the circus diploma. We start with 6 assistants, and we ended also with 6 assistants. The opportunities that we had from this project, it was a lot. The first one was Vero, die make a school training package for people with disabilities. That was the first part. And the second part, they gave circus workshops and give small workshops in local schools. Every assistant has his own tutorials, and they could give 10 minutes each per technique. With their own tutorial book that they have with them. We have also with Woesh the workshops. We sell them. You can book the workshops with them, and I think every year I think 4 workshops each year that they ask for, especially with the assistants. And they also get paid for it. I think it's on 25 euros each workshop. So maximum 2 hours also, because that's the maximum for them. What they also did, there was a social, was an inclusion symposium online. It was during the Corona, and they gave Energizer with 1 and 2 juggling balls that we made by ourselves. And we sent the package to the participants of the symposium. We also had a publication of impacts. That's our project was one of the 4 case reports of the circus education field in Belgium, in Flanders. Then, of course, during Corona, I learned about the juggling board. And then I started to make by myself, and then, of course, testing it out and finding audience for testing it. And yeah, then it starts. After 2021, we had also a manual bachelor trial. 6 students of the program Ortho of the high school hand make a roadmap with input for process facilitators, circus teachers, but also for the assistants. So it's with pictures, how you can make tutorials. Okay, and the biggest of all was, of course, the opportunity was Woesh Craft, because it was a really nice project. And when it's went really well, then it stops. The fundraising was finished. So so then we start thinking, okay, what next? Then we start, and then we find another fundraising, and it was a big one. And we start with Woesh. What Woesh? It's a project who runs for 3 years. So we start in September, and it ends in September 2025. So we start now with our first year. We are in the middle of our first year. And our partners is Design for Everyone, is a high school hand, Woesh, Craig Quat. It's a makerspace. We have a lot of partners, and it's still growing, actually. We have a lot of goals, and we have 4 goals. The first one is a training pack for circus assistants with special needs. It's the same one as the measure made for the assistants. The second one is making 5 props with construction plans. The third one is sharing knowledge, and the fourth one is a sustainable network for deployment. So the first one, we start with Passepartout. Passepartout is a daycare daycare organization for adults with special needs, and we start with 8, and we are still with 8, what's actually quite good. And it's almost the same project as made-to-measure assistants, but we're still involving the Vero assistants, because that's important. It's not because we start with a new group that we let them on the side. So we try to find ways that we can still make the both assistants into the projects. So they went to school, to the students. They testing the prototypes, and of course they give their opinion. The second goal was making 5 props. So 20 students, they with no knowledge of circus, they choose for a project, and we gave them the problem definition, and then a list of requirements and a product proposal. So the requirements is there has to be an interaction, there has to be a learning curve, an emotional aspect, and sensual feeling. And also it has to be adjustable, doing by yourself, alone, or with several people, fun and creating flow. So for students with no knowledge of circus, they start, they have 11 weeks for making 5 prototypes. So it's quite short. And so they make 5 prototypes. The first one is the spinning plates. It's 6 prototypes for learning how to spin a plate. You can put it out, you can put it in, it's quite easy. And the last one, it's really nice, it's in tol. The second one is the flower stick. It's for playing with 2, playing alone. This one is with lights, and it's really nice also, this one. The third one is the juggling rings. Then the juggling, oh, I lost it.
Screen share is stopped,
Yes.
so you can start it again.
And I'm back. And as the juggling balls, it's we have to find another name of it, but we call it now, it's a juggle board, but it's another one, of course. And the fifth one is the Diablo, that was quite suffering for the students. But then they find, okay, what's important when you play with the Diablo? It's throwing and catching, making some speed, and the balance with the Diablo. So they find 3 different ways for learning that, and then hopefully it goes better with the Diablo. And then, yeah, the sharing the knowledge is, of course, what I'm doing now. It's the Equality Research Collective of High School Hands. So the whole project, they will make a research book of it, and it's the meaning that we're going to share it with all the circus school, also the props, the instructables, how do you make it, how you will use it. It's meaning that we share it. Quat Props, thank you very much, Craig. And then also on the convention, it will be the first convention in Belgium that our assistants will be present, and then we also give a workshop. So that's the beginning of the Woesh craft. And the last one is also the Sustainable Network for Deployment, or Vero assistants. They still giving workshops, and the last paid job that they have was a symposium, and they gave an energizer with juggling balls, with 1 juggling ball for 300 persons. So yeah, and I think in March we have they have to do 2 symposiums also with the juggling balls. So it start growing it, and it's a really nice project. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, Elga is a little bit new on the scene in the community, but she's coming in like a shooting star here. Such a great project. I'm going to be there in March working with her. I really look forward to particularly this approach of empowering the participants as creators and as deliverers of the services that we offer them, right? To make the circle. I really enjoy. Thank you so much, Elga. Adam was having some technical issues. Are we okay with the technical issues? All good. Adam Jarchovský is a face I think a lot of people recognize. He's a big social circus guy from Prague. They invited me there twice. I got to play with him. I think I learned as much from them as they learned from me during those experiences. And I brought him here to talk about what's going on in Prague. Welcome, Adam.
Thanks for a lovely introduction. Hi, it's really nice to see some familiar faces here. But I'll wake all of you. My name is Adam, as Craig mentioned, and I live in Prague. And I work for Cirqueon as a head of education. I'm also a circus artist, and yes, you probably guessed my main specialization is juggling. First of all, for those who don't know Cirqueon yet, I will do a brief introduction. Cirqueon is an umbrella organization for contemporary circus in Czech Republic, based in Prague, where we have running a circus center. This circus center has 3 halls dedicated to youth and social circus, and we also have big residential space for the artists. Cirqueon is very active in several networks like Circo Strada Network, Circus Next, Caravan Circus Network, and we are coordinators of Czech and Slovak Youth and Social Circus Network, which is Cirqueon. Something about myself. I have met juggling when I was 12, and so I now juggle for 25 years, I guess, and for the last 15 years I'm really focused on teaching juggling and using juggling as a tool for achieve some pedagogical goals, probably as well as most of you. I do really love to use juggling for improving creativity, self-esteem, resilience, cooperation, and of course physical literacy itself. As Craig said, I met Craig 2 times. He visited Prague and he participated on 2 projects. And he wrote me a couple of weeks ago that will be amazing if I prepare also some videos and just speaking. So I prepared 3 really short videos, just maybe I give you quite insight what we are doing here in Prague, and we can discuss it if you want later in separate rooms. So I asked Ben if you can play the first video, which is short, super short trailer from the last project, which we do together with Craig in Prague, I think like 4 or 5 years ago. So Ben, please.
And otherwise with Tom also, I'm sure more hinges.
Okay, thank you very much. This project, thanks. This project was the goal of the project was it was part of education project, I guess. There was a member from Spain, Bristol, Poland, and Hungarian Juggling Association, I guess. And the main goal was to create some adaptive juggling tools and test them or use them for 2 workshops in school for children with physical disabilities. And it was really, really nice project. I prepared 2 more videos, also very short. To the first one, somehow introduce you our project, which we are running for almost 6 years. It is called the Blind Circus Project, and it's circus lessons for people with a visual impairment, basically. And this video is from the weekend, which we are offering families with the kids with the visual impairment to have fun together. So please, Ben, if you can play the second video.
Pro mě jako pro speciálního pedagoga je cirkus úplně fantastická věc. Lidé si určitě představí, že když člověk nevidí, takže někam nedojde nebo něco nepřečte. Ono to ale ovlivňuje daleko víc věcí a ovlivňuje to právě taky pohybový vývoj. Takže podpora pohybového vývoje patří úplně mezi nejzákladnější věci. A cirkus je fantastický způsob, jak právě pohyb podpořit a jak adekvátní pohyb nabídnout. cirkusoví lektoři jsou tak vynikající, že dokážou přizpůsobit výuku podmínkám právě nevidění. Takže třeba žonglování, které je takové složité v tom, že když míček opustí ruku, tak ho nevědomý člověk nemá pod kontrolou. Dokážou vymyslet tak, že si ty míčky kutálíme po sobě a tak vlastně docílíme toho střídání, toho střídavého pohybu a výměně míčků, aniž ten míček opustí tělo.
Nejvíc mě baví chůze na kouli a pak asi závěsná akrobacie. Nejtěžší na začátku bylo vůbec jako pochopit to, jak člověk má na té kouli stát, jak tam má chodit, protože vlastně nemůže jako vidící člověk si najít nějaký jakoby bod, který by sledoval kvůli rovnováze. Takže tam je pro mě asi nejdůležitější vnímat nohama ten kontakt s tou koulí a vnímat prostě to, jak ona se točí.
Při sportování nevědomých, aby se tomu dalo skutečně říkat sport, to chce najít takovou aktivitu, kde je spousta pohybu a ne tolik orientace. Rozhodně je to tak, že když si házím s nevědomým míčem, tak on ho nechytí a potom ho hodinu hledá. Takže toho pohybu tam je strašně málo a té orientace je tam moc. Tady je to vymyšleno tak, aby ten pohyb byl na prvním místě a aby se dítě do toho pohybu mohlo opřít, aby se ho mohlo užít, aby mohlo zažít to plynulé sportování, kde skutečně zapojí všechny svaly. Myslím si, že podpora pohybového vývoje by měla být úplně stejně základní jako výuka Braillova písma nebo třeba chůze s bílou holí. Cirkus je prostě báječná záležitost.
Thank you. And the very last one is again a short video from our friend and colleague. He is a physiotherapist because during the last Craig visit in Prague, he also offered some workshop for local physiotherapists in Motol, which is a children's hospital, and he's worked there as a head physiotherapist, and this specific hospital is only one in Czech Republic which offered the physiotherapeutic service for kids. Like they stay there. It's not like go there and do some exercise. The children there stay for a week, for even for weeks. So it's he's taking care about some serious issues. So if you can Ben play the last one, it would be amazing. Also again, it's titled.
Proč cirkus funguje i pro mě jako pro fyzioterapeuta? V zásadě primárně proto, že to je nějaká cílená, řízená, nevýkonnostní pohybová aktivita, která rozvíjí pohybovou gramotnost. To slovo nevýkonnostní je strašně důležité, protože my potřebujeme zasáhnout i děti, které prostě nikdy nebudou vrcholovými sportovci, nebudou trénovat 5krát do týdne od svých 6 let, ale potřebují se přesto nějak hýbat. A cirkus ve své mnohosti nabízí řadu disciplín, ve kterých každé dítě může vyniknout. Pohybová gramotnost je alfou a omegou rehabilitace. Čím jsem pohybově gramotnější, čím lépe vnímám svoje tělo, tím ho mnohem lépe využívám a tím mám mnohem menší šanci se nějakým způsobem zranit anebo přijít nějakým degenerativním onemocněním. A když si vezmeme třeba akrobaci nebo párovou akrobaci, kde musím dávkovat svoji sílu, musím vnímat sílu svého partnera, tak to je přesně to, co vlastně obrací pozornost toho člověka nikoliv na výkon, kam jsem hodil, kolik jsem dal gólů, ale k sobě, do toho těla, do vnímání toho těla. A v neposlední řadě mě cirkus fascinuje i tím, jak může ovlivnit práci nás jako fyzioterapeutů nebo obecně u rehabilitace. Ať už motivací, těmi nejrůznějšími, já jim říkám cirkusové cajky, například tady ten juggleboard, který používáme jako motivační faktor práci s neurologickými pacienty, ale i tou celou propracovanou cirkusovou pedagogikou od nejrůznějších her po struktury vlastně jako tréninku. Tak to jsou asi nějaké základní 3 body, proč si myslím, že cirkus, který rozhodně funguje i pro mě jako pro fyzioterapeuta.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your attention. So that's all from me for now, and I just pass my word to Paulina, I guess, or to Craig first.
Yeah, I'll introduce Paulina first and just say thank you for sharing that. I think a lot of people know about Cirqueon. You guys are quite well known because your work is such high quality. So thanks for sharing. And if you're just finding out about this group, I hope you feel inspired.
Thanks.
Now we're going to go to Paulina, who's one of the project partners with Odskocznia. We're all working on our pronunciation. I never met Paulina personally. She kind of just got into the community on her own.
That's not true, Craig. We've met a few years ago on EGC in Lublin.
I'm so embarrassed. I think you told me that before too. I don't remember meeting you in person. I think I remember now that you say it, maybe.
And in Woesh also, actually. I will mention, don't worry.
Okay, so I'm not aware of meeting you in person, but I hope that the next time we meet, we'll be able to play. So I don't know much about her background and what she's doing, but I've been watching her projects grow and she seems really passionate. So I want to give her this platform to share and introduce herself as well to the community. Welcome, Paulina.
Hello, everybody. It's really nice to be here. I will jump directly into the topic as time is running. I'm circus pedagogue and cultural manager. And today I will speak about some projects, but also I would like to mention about Polish Circus Pedagogy Network, because, yeah, here we go. Because Odskocznia Studio is my organization, and the thing is that this is a member of Circus Pedagogy Network in Poland, and this is actually very important for the whole process, this fact, to not leave you with wondering what Odskocznia means in Polish. It has 3 meanings, literally. It is springboard. The second meaning is more theoretical. It's something that you need sometimes to rest from your busy, maybe difficult life, something which can be passion or hobby. It can be also like kind of fresh start. So there are like lots of meanings in this beautiful one difficult Polish word. That's why I'm insisting to teach you sometimes. Odskocznia Studio, it includes many values of our work on a daily basis. And today I would like to talk about our 2 projects, Odskocznia Knowledge Limit. It was, as you can see, during pandemic time. We've done it with the cultural center, local cultural center. We invited 2 groups of seniors. This is what we thought. First of all, that we will invite people who will have time on Thursday at 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. We made 2 groups. But finally, it occurred that also children joined, and actually we had mixed generation groups, which was also very cool. Not only juggle boards we were using, but also, as you can see, different props. And about this project, yeah, I would be more than happy to talk with you about that later on in these breakout rooms. This was our first. This was first actually, yeah, project for Odskocznia, which was about juggling boards and functional juggling. And Victoria, which you can see on the picture, she was the main trainer, and also Kamil, and they were participants of the workshop in Czech Republic. So actually, really, these words are connected. what we learned from this project from participants is we gave them we asked them many questions later on how they felt and what was better. So what they highlighted that they felt better in all these spheres, these all topics. They said that motor coordination was better, concentration. They also felt more confident, and that was also the reason to go out from home. And actually, they highlighted this value of the project as well. Another project where we used the juggle boards a lot was our 3 years project in schools. Not everywhere we were using juggle boards and concept of functional juggling, but so much in these 2 schools that I mentioned on that slide. So in primary school for students with special needs, and also in special school for visually impaired children. So these 2 meetings, these 2 places gave us the opportunity to practice on juggling boards and use and implement different ideas during the classes. And we learned a lot during this project. I'm not sure if every our solution was perfect. It was really great to later on have the opportunity to discuss our approach with Mark Billard, so organizer of this whole project, and also with Lapo and Veronika and Craig, how to organize this kind of classes when we have for sure more children than trainers, even if they are coming with assistants. So how to do how to run it so the results are satisfying. It was really cool that also school was very satisfied with our project. They were we couldn't make so many pictures, couldn't take so many pictures, but they were posting on their social media some movies even and pictures. And as you can see, there were really different kinds of disabilities. So they were really like children on wheelchairs, but also with mental disabilities. So sometimes it was really challenging to prepare classes for the group, which consists of actually participants in the same age, but really with different disabilities. Now I would like to mention about a few people who are also doing functional juggling in Poland. As I said, Odskocznia Studio is a member of the Polish Circus Pedagogy Network. And before us, for instance, Jacqueline was inviting Craig to the project, and she was running a really lovely initiative called Happy Juggling Brain. And now I would like to present the video. So if you can play it, Ben, it would be lovely. thank you, Ben. I think that we can slowly close it. So we are giving you the impression how can meeting and training with Craig look like if somebody of you didn't have such an opportunity yet. The thing is that in Poland, yeah, Jacqueline was doing that, but also Zuza, Justyna, there were really a few people passionate about that. First of all, when I came to a conference in Woesh, actually there was not Craig personally, but other people who were presenting the idea, and it was so easy to fall in love in the concept, and then yeah, try to implement that. When I was trying to figure out how to present it in Poland and how to make it more clear and to give an impression what's that about, I asked my friend who is master of physiotherapy, and I would like to share with you his idea. So I would like to just mention if maybe somebody of you heard about that, maybe not. So there is this Hall Week concept, and for him, when he heard about functional juggling and all this approach, he mentioned what's actually that this huge analogy to Hall Week concept, which is also about approach to teaching all people, in particular focusing on those with physical and or learning difficulties. And as you can see, there are really some similarities in approach, and I found it really cool to ask him to write an article and also give an idea for people from this world, so physiotherapy and so on, how this can affect their job and how this can help them to gain the benefits, including exactly physical, personal, recreational, social, and therapeutical aspects. Yeah, and the next thing I want to share with you is what we were doing last year. It was finally teacher training seminar in Warsaw, led by Lapo, and I would love to Ben ask you to play this video right now, because one of our participants made a video from practical part when we were outside playing with juggling boards in the city center close to shopping mall on Saturday. Yeah. And right now I would like to say hello to Piotr, who is now participant of exactly made this movie. Thank you very much. As you can see, this group will really help us to save this memory of our learning process. And actually, I really like this video, and I want to show it in Poland more often, because what was really interesting when we were comparing approach in Europe, we can say, and South America, and you were highlighting so much that in South America this approach is so much more about being together and playing each other, and actually this shows so much that you can really make this effort and invite people from the street and also play, having fun, and you know, so yeah. I'm getting so emotional that I'm starting to talk to you in Polish, so yeah, maybe we can go further. So this was a teacher training in Poland. We finished, we gave certificates, and that's really cool that many of the participants are running still some activities. I want to show you literally a few, like 3-4 slides about what they are doing after this teacher training. So if you can maybe Ben finish this video, yeah, it would be great. Thank you. Yeah, this is our group of new teachers of Quat Props functional juggling in Poland, but you can see also Linda here from Hungary, who made our teacher training international, of course not counting Lapo, and Mark and Peter actually, yes, but they are more from organizer team. Afterwards, Victoria made Kursor Circowy, which is a very short training using and explaining what's juggle word about. And yeah, this here you go. There is a description. How was it for her? And Lapo, if you are here, as you can see, Victoria says thank you. And Piotr Mszczysyn, again, he's also practicing in different city in Poland than Warsaw. And yeah, we were also using the idea of Veronika to give juggling boards, let's say, yeah, to rent them for some time and then ask for some report. How is it? How people are using that? So this is happening. Another participant, Dominika Knapp from Inside Down Foundation from Lublin, she was doing in October after the teacher training. She was doing project of 12 circus meetings in prison in Helm, which was also for prisoners with disabilities. Alicja Pomian, Alicja is also here today. I'm really glad. Alicja ran some workshops for Polish Association for People with Disabilities. And here is a great thing which Alicja prepared, I want to share with you. So PACS, so argumentative and alternative communication. And as you can see, there are exactly pictures presenting functional juggling and rolling balls on the board. And the last slide I'm sharing, it's really like it's about bright future, because Alicja is going to practice more as a hand therapist, using also circus pedagogy and concept of functional juggling. So I really believe that this concept will grow in Poland and not only run by Odskocznia Studio. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. And see you in breakout room. Maybe we will talk more.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. There's a lot of talented people here. This is kind of weird, this one too, because I've had experience with Adam in the past, and Paulina. I did visit Poland and worked with Jacqueline there. And now I'm working currently with Elga. So it's like a little bit of a journey through time for me, this presentation. But it's beautiful to see, like, how, just by sharing one idea, how much we can all come together and what we can all do. And everyone here is sort of part of this idea. Like Paulina, you say you're trying to help other people share, and I love it. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to do the breakout rooms now, but before we do, we like to give a moment if anyone has any news updates to share, things that are happening in the community, maybe a convention that's coming up, maybe you just want to celebrate something with us. So I'm going to share something in the chat, which is a link to an online seminar that we are going to be hosting as a called Creation Laboratory. It's going to be a 4-class seminar online. It's experimental. I plan to tour the material when I get to Europe. But it's basically exploring functional juggling through the purpose and lens of creation and storytelling. And that's what you need to know. The link in the chat is for the document I created now for the course. I'm going to send out an invitation to everyone who signed up to the symposium first, and they will get priority because we have 10 spots for English and 10 spots for Spanish. If you're interested, look at that document and send me an email. That's my news update. Who else has something to share?
Sorry, I'm quite sick, but I got a news, so I'd like to share with you. Sorry, Veronika, you raised your hand.
No, go.
Okay, so with Play Juggling, we are developing a new, let's say, new tool that is modular, and it can become juggle board, Newton, and abacus, so you can, let's say, assemble it, and you can change it from one to another, and it should be ready not so long, 2 months, should be available on Play Store. So we are developing this with the Italian Quat Props, and I hope to give you, as soon as possible, the new stuff.
That's great news. That's really great news. Having the juggle board as a lane instead of one object gives you so much more flexibility. So any other updates, Veronika?
Yes, it's like I would like to suggest 2 webinars to you if you need program from us. Like this Thursday and the next Thursday, we have a webinar both day at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a lunch webinar. When you are eating your lunch, you can get connected and have fun with us. It's a different project, which is called More Than Just Circus. And tomorrow we talk about like, is circus pedagogy, we teach more than just circus? So that's like a theoretical question. And we also will have presenters, and we will have breakout rooms as well, and loads of aha moments from people who are like teaching circus and when they discovered what was their moment and how they develop different creative ways in their circus pedagogy. So this is tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Hungarian time, which is I think UTC time, like most of the European countries have this time. I don't know. And then next week is interesting for all of you if you got interested in this Erasmus Plus project. How do they give a finance? What kind of programs are existing? Then the second webinar is exactly about this. We want to share our experience, why it is a good thing. And it's really, we love this program because they give us a lot of money and we can make happening like really loads of circusy stuff. So if you are interested and if you don't know Erasmus Plus, come to get new ideas and best practices. If you know Erasmus Plus, maybe just come to share your best practices with it. And I think Marianthi is with us, or like, if not later on, I just try to put in the chat the link for this Facebook event.
30 minutes now, then we'll come back, have a group chat, and we'll finish on time.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I'm not sure if everyone's come back yet. I think we're still waiting on some people to return. I'm not sure how many we have left, but I think the most was 28 at one point.
Yeah, it was 28, exactly.
It's a lot. It's a lot of information to process and then have conversations. And it's late in Europe, or I don't know what time zone you're in. But what we like to do now is, because Paulina wasn't able to be in Elga's conversation and Elga wasn't able to be in Paulina's, we would like each groups to share, give summaries, start with the presenter, and if anyone else has something to add. So Elga, you can tell us about what topics came up and what people were interested in. What were the conversations?
I'm just sorry to interrupt. I have to go because I thought it's just 9:30. So it was really a pleasure to be here, and it was nice to see some familiar faces again. And so we'll see you again somewhere. So, and please contact Cirqueon if you have any question, or if you just came to Prague. We are here. We are open. You can check out our space.
So much thanks, Adam. Nice to see you again, too. Thank you so much.
So our topics were especially the new prototypes of the students. I went a little bit too fast in my presentation, so we went each prototype, and we discussed a little bit, and then I shared also in the chat the Miro board, and that's all the presentations of the students with videos also. And I think when you look at that, you will have a better view or what they made actually. So yeah, that was the meaning topic, I think.
I think the conversation, I popped in and out, but I saw like a lot of the people who were involved in organizing this symposium that were there, like Lapo, Veronika, and they were asking a lot of questions. They are all asking a lot of questions. And anyone in that group want to share like one of the props that excited them more? Well, where's Lapo? Is he still here? Lapo, which prop excited you the most?
He's eating dinner because he got
I'm
hungry.
eating dinner, and okay. Wow, I really appreciate the spinning plates. They're bright so much because it's quite tough to explain how to use them. So all the variations with a long tube, with a double border, it's really interesting. Really, I appreciate it so much.
I think we should try to get Elga at the convention in Italy in October.
Yeah. Let's see.
To bring and let us play with her toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would be precious.
My toys. Okay.
All right, Paulina, do you want to share what your conversations were like?
Yes, so we jumped into the way how to run classes, especially when you have group which consists of people with different disabilities, how to make it possible and satisfying for all participants. And then also there was a big topic on hand therapy. That was also something what was interesting in the presentation. And we are so lucky to have Alicia also with us still, so she could answer some questions. And also Adam was sharing with his experience. So yeah, we had we actually focused on working with groups with people with different disabilities, and also encourage Garrett so much to run the project and make his dream coming true.
Yeah, I think there's also a lot of talk about blindness as well came up, and then Garrett is a young guy who's getting into the business, and he's trying to develop functional juggling ideas in the Netherlands. And this is something like in this moment now, it's like really nice for me to see, because the first time I went to Europe, I was trying to mentor everyone alone. And now we have this community, and, you know, Garrett can arrive here and say, help me figure out how this is done. Now you're surrounded by people who can help you. And that's something that's really nice for me to see. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Is there anything else anyone wants to share? I think we are ready to do the thank yous. The thank yous again to all the presenters. These videos, the recordings will go online, so you can share them later with your friends who you want to say, oh, you got to hear about this person's project. You're going to love it. We hope that the outcome of these symposiums has been networking, connections that can allow people to collaborate, find the people in the world who you want to play with. You know, that's part of the challenge. And I really hope that's the product of these symposiums. So thank you very much, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Craig Quat. You were amazing to put together a nice bunch of presenters and emceeing all the time and taking care of us here and above this symposium as well. Thanks a lot.
I want to say thanks to Veronika, because it was my business to organize this symposium and say, no, I'm too busy, I won't do it well. And then I pass everything to Veronika and she did a perfect job. So I love you, Veronika. Brava.
Yeah. Everybody loves everybody. I would like to thank Paulina because she's also a project partner. And it was great to have 4 of us for this 1 year together, because actually this is the last step we did. And now it's done.
And though there is no Mark today with us, I want to thank him because without his really engagement, it wouldn't happen, like nothing from this.
And Francesco too, for being involved. I'm not sure what his role was, but he's been here all the time, so I assume he's doing something.
Thanks a lot.
Good attendance. Good attendance.
Thank you also, Ben, for making this space safe.
Yes. And maybe you don't know, but Chenge, she's also there in the window. She's like the assistant of all the administration. So she was emailing you always in time and sending you all the forms.
Chenga.
Thank you all also. I want to thank you all. I could participate here. And I've heard really interesting projects from all of you, like, wow.
Yeah, so thanks for ourselves, no? All of us were like an amazing public. We are great people, we do amazing job, all of us. So just keep on doing whatever we did so far.
We learned so much, like we've all gotten good at this job now. Like even I have a good sense of how to organize this now, like panels and things. So I think our community is going to get bigger. So we're going to keep needing to do these things. Depending on what part of the world you're in, it's easier to find people who are near to you. But this is something that I think we're going to try to include in all of our funding applications, like opportunities for us to gather and share online. Cool.
And maybe meet at a convention. That would be great.
Yeah. I have to record another a podcast tonight. So I have a meeting with speakers with a guy from the US, a guy from the UK, and a woman from New Zealand. So I got to go do that now. So I'm going to split. But it's been such a pleasure. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.